No, because it's still way above the budget, so she doesn't even look at that kind of stuff. She just looks for stuff that's kind of
Right. Dude, listen, Jim, I got to tell you something. I've been looking for a car for the last 2 days. Dude, there's a rain sensor that was off on the Palisade. So we brought it in last week to get it fixed. Cause that's the appointment they gave us. When we get there, they tell us, it's showing that's already been fixed. And we're like, don't do that. Don't play these games. So, not to mention, we went to the car wash over here, Mr. Car Wash, and the guy pressed the button, so my roof rack got ripped off.
Oh no!
I pull out of the car wash, my roof rack flies off, and I'm like, "What was that?" So I kept driving, went all the way home. And when I got home, I looked up, I was like, "Oh crap, the roof rack's missing." I had to go back to the car wash, get it. Anyway, long story short, get to the dealership, say, "Hey, can you help me out? I can't find the key. This, that, and the other." We don't have a key either. Oh, come on. You put these things on all the time. Can you take one out of the box in the back, put it back on for me, and let's go from there? No, we can't do that. We got to order you a key. It's $5. Okay, cool. Let me know when it's in. Never let me know. So we go back to get the rain sensor swapped out because it's automatic rain sensor. They can't fix our rain sensor. So they say, "Oh, we'll put the roof rack on for you to make you feel better." Like, you idiot. Reschedule the appointment. And I'm thinking to myself, if they got to go in the dashboard to fix this sensor, which they do, it won't be long before things start breaking on this car. Some dust is going to get on something inside. It ain't going to read properly. Next thing you know, I'm veering off the road when I'm not supposed to be. I want to get rid of this car. I'm over it.
Oh,
when things start breaking on a car these days, Jim, I've got to the point in credit and in life where I'm like, I just get a new one. You know what I mean? Listen, tomorrow I could throw on the tack vest, do a traffic stop. That could be the last traffic stop I do. So I'm buying whatever I want.
Whoa.
Wife told me last night, I was like, let's trade this car in because we ain't getting a boat no more. She's like, go buy the boat. And I'm like, I ain't buying it by myself. You coming with me? And she's like, okay. I was like, oh, shoot. She's back in. I don't know. I might be buying a boat this weekend. I'm not sure. I ain't on the show, so I might as well, right?
You might as well.
And I want that Sea-Doo bad, but I will see. Let me tell you, I looked at the F-150, F-150 Lightning. I've been looking at Chevys, Dodges, GMC. I'm looking at used, new, everything, dude. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just a situation where they're okay. So, I work in the Emergency Operations Center. I work in the EOC. So we get direct information from the National Weather Service. Like, the bosses, all the stuff get it, and then they send it directly to us. So, before it's the 5 or 6 or 7 o'clock update, we're getting this information, right? All throughout the day. And, if they're giving out sandbags in Daytona, and they're expecting a nice little weather, rain event, and wind event, but only giving us tropical storm warning or watch advisories, I'm like, I think the trajectory changed a little bit northeast. And so they're like, just get ready. But they're not activating us, so I guess it ain't going to be that bad. I just got to move all the crap from our front yard.
I mean, we kind of have an issue, too.
Hold up. What is up? That's all out there right now? Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's all out there right now.
Are the bees going to be okay?
I think the bees will be okay.
And ain't gonna blow the boxes over or nothing like that?
Nah, she's got cinder blocks holding them down, but I think after we're done, I'm just gonna take my skis over to the shop and put them in the shop, and then bring all the stuff
in the garage.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Because we had a bunch of sandbags and cinder blocks holding down our trampoline a few years back. The trampoline was upside down, so the canvas was on the ground, nothing but legs. We had sandbags. We had like 200 pounds worth of crap holding it down, bro. That thing went airborne across over the fence. We were lucky it didn't fly into our house and hit the window or the roof. Yeah. It went up and across to the vacant field behind us. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. The thing went flying. I just left it over there. I was like, oh, somebody will take it. The vacant field. Get rid of it. Who cares?
That's great.
It went away. I was like, oh, cool.
I digress.
To the guy who owns the vacant field, if you're watching, my apologies, fam. I didn't know that the wind was going to be so strong. Now, here's the other issue I have. The friggin' shed out back. So now one of the doors got loose. So there's a gap about this big in the door. So Wing can just whip through there and just rip that thing to shreds if need be. I'm like, if a cat 4 or 5 comes, this whole shed is gone, dude. I already know it. Nothing I can do about it. So, the only thing I can do is go out there and try to get ratchet straps and throw it over the top and try to get it into the ground somehow. It's just, come on, Florida. I'm over it, bro.
So much going on right now.
And we're back. Jimbo, what is going on? We got a storm, brother. We got a storm.
Let's go.
Jim, you had a weekend, my friend. Well, did you watch the show? Were you in town? What was the deal?
I was down south, up north, off to the west. Might have been swimming in the east. I was everywhere.
You know what? A little omnipresence never hurt nobody, Jim. I completely understand where you're coming from.
That's it.
Blessed be the name of our Lord. I was down south too. I didn't see you.
Hey, I'm a fast guy. I get around.
You do drive a fast car. I drive a fast car. They don't know I got them vocals, boy. I ain't gonna give it to them yet. I know they hear that bass though, but I got a little tenor up in there. 2 little boys to men, my boy.
Oh,
little Trey songs.
Don't get me started.
So the weekend was wild. We're gonna talk about one specific call because that's what everybody's been talking about the entire weekend. And I'm gonna
internet.
The internet has been popping off. So I'm gonna tell you something right now, Jim. That one call is a call that I was not privy to, because here are the facts, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Jim have been separated for a while. It's not because of a divorce or any breaking up. We've just been in different places at different times.
Busy.
Last week, I was in California. I missed the 200th episode, which I was supposed to be on. But because I had to go visit my daughter, I'll drop a pic right here. Boom. In California, I couldn't be here. But Jim was in the building. I watched a little bit of the show. And I got to say, last weekend, not a bad weekend, Quality calls. Everybody handled their business. Did anything jump out to you from the last weekend, Jim? Let's talk about that first.
No, not really.
Not the weekend that just passed. The weekend before last.
Yeah,
200th episode. When I start to think about that, and tell me what your thought process is when it comes to this. When I start thinking about 200 episodes, I start to think about something we talked about on a live show prior to this when we were talking together. And 200 episodes, 2 shows per weekend, 8 hours per weekend of live content, right? Something like that. Forget about the commercials, because we're still talking about first shift and things of that nature that covers those commercials, right? That's a lot of content. I mean, how many episodes are we in? And it's taxing, Jim.
I was going to say, I think we did, I don't know.
Since February, right? Or March?
Yeah.
Beginning of the year. Dude.
39?
Dude, it's been a lot.
I think we did 39 videos. I think that's what it says on YouTube.
Okay. All right.
So this will be our 40th episode. Ding, 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 ding.
Thank you for celebrating with us the 40th episode. That's a lot of content, right? So the 200th episode, which happened on the Saturday before last, it was the kind of show where you wanted a little bit more. I wanted them to go till 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah, you would think so. Give a little extra for the fans.
I wanted a little surprise here or there. I wanted sticks to pop up. I wanted maybe another department or 2. 10 departments would have been cool. Something like that. But nevertheless, a congratulatory milestone for Big Fish, which is the production company, OPL, the Reels channel, all the people involved with that, and all the people at the studio. Great job producing 200 episodes. And then on to 201 and 202 this past weekend. And I think we can all agree, Jim, that 202 was an episode that had a proverbial bang, no pun intended, if you will, in it. Oh, baby. The aforementioned Hazen bump took its life of its own Saturday night, yeah?
It did.
Talk to me about the where and when and why. What was happening for you on Saturday night when that call went down? Because I know where I was, and I want you to tell the people where you were and what was going on.
I was sitting here watching that on the big screen and thinking, all right, we got ourselves another one. Yeah. Chief wants to show up and show out on this one because, he had the last chase that was amazing.
Yeah.
he kind of topped himself on this one.
It was definitely a mercy rule going on here, and I'll explain that when I talk about my portion in a second. But go ahead. What else? You know.
It was wild. I mean, they were flying. They were going all over the place. They were on the shoulder. They were doing what they had to do, and that end result was wild. I was like, oh boy.
So let me just paint the picture a little bit more for the people who are at home, because if I understand it, you were like those people. You're at home. You're watching another wonderful, exciting episode of On Patrol Live with your family, your loved one, right? And it's getting to that point where it's like, all right, it's getting a little later in the night. What's going to happen? And a chase pops off in Hazen, Arkansas. Now, the reason I'm asking about this is because, as you know, the people don't know this, but we'll let them in on a secret. I was not watching the show Saturday night. Okay. I was in South Florida, had a family thing I had to go to, some friends and family, a reunion type situation. So my wife and I, we were out to dinner. Okay. We're having a good time. We're sitting out on the deck, eating some tacos and drinking some, adult beverages, right? The Miami Hurricanes is on the big screen, right? On Patrol Live isn't on in this place we are. And my phone starts to ding, ding, dinging. Okay. Both my phones started ding, ding, dinging to the point where I'm like, what's happening here? So I didn't really check it because, like you said, you're with your loved one, right? So you're home, you're watching this show, and the chase jumps off. Do they talk about, I know it happened in a neighboring jurisdiction. Did they talk about the charges for this? What were the charges?
Chief was pretty mad, and he said, "You're going to jail for a long time."
But we don't know why the chase started, is what I'm saying. We have no idea.
No, we have no idea. I mean, I would just say probably a simple speeding.
Well, I don't want you to assume.
Reckless speculation there, but Camaro going fast would be the first reckless speculation.
Okay, all right.
It wasn't a Hyundai Sonata. That's
correct. Well, or a Toyota Camry this time, right? Okay, all right. So here it is. I get back to me and my wife are walking. We're on foot in this area that we are. Dania Point is what it's called. And our hotel is right there in Dania Point. So we're walking back. As I take my key card out and get into my room, you send me a text.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what's going on? I verbatim, like, what's going on? My phone's going crazy. And then I start to turn on the show on my phone, and then you send me the videos and the pictures. And I'm like, oh my God. So what is the first thing you think I did? Now, I'll give you an opportunity for the second thing. You're going to get it wrong. What was the first thing you think I did after I watched those videos?
Call the chief.
That was the second thing I did. The first thing I did was I got with my wife. I was like, oh my God, Chief Taylor was in a crash. She's like, what? And I'm like, I think everybody's okay. I start showing her the videos you sent me on the phone. I got the show on, and Chief Taylor's doing the interview with Dan. And I'm like, what happened? So I'm clueless a little bit. So yes, Jim. Second thing, after I do that, after the interview, I text him. Now, a little inside information. Nobody's listening, so I'm going to whisper this once again. Lean in. I know that that interview may not have been completely live. May have been a few minutes off. So I texted him as I was watching the interview because I knew he was still talking to Dan and the crew, right? So I sent him a text message. And he responded. I was like, oh, that's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, you good? He's like, yeah, man, my phone's blowing up right now, Mike. But yeah, we're good, brother. Thanks for checking in on me, brother. So anyway, it was all good. I was like, okay, I'll go to bed in peace. I can't watch the show back. I'm tired. I've had a few. But I got the details from the chief. And not only did I follow up with him that night, let him go to church Sunday. I went to church Sunday. I followed up with him on Monday, which was yesterday. And I got the charges, Jim, and I got some photos. And I would drop the photos that Chief sent me right here. Boom.
Boom.
And the charges are as followed. Okay, let's just aggravated fleeing and eluding. Okay. And I believe we have a little aggravated assault or aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer for, crashing into the car. Of course, the driver was not licensed at all. But here's the kicker, Jim. This is what I want to talk about, right? And also the hit and run, leaving the scene of the crash for property damage and injury. So those are all felonies. But here's the kicker, Jim. And we deal with this in Florida all the time, folks. So if you've heard of this, Jim's heard of this before. But if you guys have heard this before, put it in the comments below. The vehicle, the Camaro, was a ghosted car with a altered VIN. So it was stolen.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why they fled. Yeah, it was a stolen vehicle with a ghost VIN. It was a fake VIN number, basically, on a Camaro, and that's why they fled from law enforcement.
I wasn't expecting that.
Me either.
That's usually a Charger Challenger Florida thing.
Right. Camaro, you're thinking 30, I was using 10 code. You're thinking drugs, right? You're thinking guns, You're thinking warrants the guy's got. No, none of that. Stolen vehicle, ghosted VIN. So, 'tis the season. It's always the season in Hazen to flee from the police, though, isn't it?
It is. Well, maybe Chief will get a new Scat Pack.
He said it on the interview. He was like, we didn't get new cars. Below, I think me and Jim have an idea of where he gets the money for these cars. Jim, what do you think? What proceeds do you think pay for these cars that Chief gets?
Asset seizure forfeiture.
Yes, sir.
Law.
Yes, sir. All that interdiction they're doing on the highway, right?
Yeah.
They're getting that money. For those of you who do not know, local municipalities, say that 3 times fast, can take that seized money and those seized drugs, and if they have an agreement with the federal government, they can turn that stuff in, and the narcotics can they get a cut of money for that seized narcotics, and or they can keep the cash that they seize from narcotic sales or suspected conspiracy of narcotic sales, things of that nature. There's a whole litany of things that they can do to get all that money and money back from the narcotics that they seize. And they can use those seized funds for new technology, new equipment, things of that nature. So everybody does it. It's a legal thing that our government allows us to do. I say this about once every 3 shows. Thank you for your contributions to the proceedings, Jim. Just a nice little good times.
Let's say that's why Chief likes to hang out on the highway, because he's not going to do it in the city and then take it from Betty Lou or, Billy Bob. He's not going to take their Ford Ranger. He's like, I want these drug dealers' cars.
And that, I didn't even mention that. Yeah, we can seize the cars. Like, a few weeks ago, we did a roundup in Daytona surrounding, a criminal enterprise where narcotics was being distributed in our city. And we seized some, firearms and narcotics, money, cars, and all that stuff. You can turn those cars, if the information's all correct on them, into seized assets and use those for law enforcement, such as what Miami did, where they had that, where they have a Rolls Royce kitted out with the package.
Yep.
That went viral. I went crazy and blew the internet up a few months ago. So in Miami, they have Rolls Royces. In Daytona and Hazen, we get like Camrys and Jeeps and stuff like that. We make them work. Oh, and then don't forget Jimbo. Where was that? Panama City? Where was that?
Yeah. Panama City. Beach City?
Panama
City Beach? That's one of those.
Is a Corvette that was seized and turned into a law enforcement vehicle.
Yeah, it was nice.
You know what? If you like us to do some more videos like that, reaction videos, and toss in some more stuff, the things we see while we're out in our everyday life, let us know. Put it down in the comments below. We'll get on it, man. We got something to give away, don't we? I didn't weigh my vest yet.
You didn't.
I didn't weigh my vest, but I'm going to weigh the vest, and the person who was right, we're supposed to be sending them out a cup, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to do that. I'm going to weigh the vest. I'm going to put the weight of the vest right here, and whoever's number was right, boom, they get a cup. We're going to send it to them. So
sounds good. DM us.
Yeah. So Chief's good. Dylan's good. Bosco's good. Clayton's good. Everybody's good. I hit him up today, and I asked him how things were going. To those boys, we said, you and me said hello. He said he'd do it. I suspect, I can't prove this, Jim, but I suspect that sales of coins and shirts and things of that nature are skyrocketing. For
anybody wants the pack, just go on their website and get the shirt and the coins and the signed pictures.
That's right. You get a shirt that says the Hazen Bump, and on the back it says TVI, TVI, TVI. You want to show it to him, Jim, or no? You good?
Yeah.
I'll get a picture.
I'm stuck in this little cubicle.
You'll get some. That's our autograph photos, some coins from Sergeant Clayton and Chief Taylor. So we got ours, Jim. Yeah, I can't speak for nobody else.
Hey, I paid full boat for mine. I gotta show support and love.
Listen, we're not asking for anything for free.
Yeah, we are.
You
Like,
know?
share, comment, subscribe.
Except that. That's all we want. That doesn't cost you a thing. That doesn't even cost you any time. You're listening right now. Your thumb is right on the screen. Just click the like button, right? Click the share button. You can copy it and send it to your pastor and say, hey, listen,
Click
Mike
this.
and Jimmy
It's not a virus.
check it out.
Yep.
Okay. This has got to be
PG-13.
That's right. Show us
PG.
the love, baby. We need you.
We do. Thank you, Pastor.
Jim,
Yo.
I was thinking about something. You tell me if it sounds good to you. Thinking we get together for the people, right? And make some OPO recap shirts. Limited series, limited edition. Let's just do a run of 100.
Okay.
See what happens with those 100. If they go, cool. Maybe next year, maybe Christmas, maybe whenever, we do another limited edition. But I'm thinking this first batch should be something special for the people.
What would it say? OPL recaps, just the logo, or would it be like our police car with OPL recaps? What are you thinking?
That's to be determined, but it's got to say the People's Podcast somewhere, because that's what this is, and we are the men of the people.
This is true. That's a good point.
So that's got to be somewhere. You know what would be cool also? Like a little flag on the sleeve.
Oh, yeah. Got to do a
You know
flag.
what I mean?
Represent.
Yeah, do something.
American made.
Oh, come on, baby. 100%.
Yeah.
You know, that's how we roll around here. We ain't important to China. All right. So I do want to say this. Welcome back, Beach Grove. Thank you for all that you been given to the show in the past and now in the present. Stick with us. We got a huge interview coming up, Jim. Working on it. It's gonna happen. I put a poll out there. They want us to interview Heather Smith.
Okay.
See what happens.
Now it's like a game.
Yeah.
Are the boys gonna win or the girls gonna win?
The ladies always win.
I don't know.
It's ladies' night, Jim.
I mean,
It's always ladies' night. Oh, what a night. That's the name of the song.
Chief Taylor kind of took us over the top.
Yeah, you got it.
They put the girls to shame.
Yeah, you blew Addie right out of the water. Sorry, Addie, we love you. Shout out to you, Addie. Shout out.
Appreciate you.
But we have some exciting things coming up, including National Night Out in Daytona, which is October 1st. That's Tuesday. Are you happy about that? Are you excited? You coming out?
No, I'm working.
Tuesday
Thanks a lot.
night. You're working.
You can't do like a Thursday?
I didn't do anything. It's the city of Daytona Beach Police Department. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll be at Jackie Robinson Ballpark Tuesday night. I'll drop a quick little thing in here so you can see it. It's also on our YouTube page. I believe it's on our Instagram. If it's not, it will be by the time you see this. Come on out because some of the people from OPO will be there. It's kind of taking the place of our meet and greet, but I'm not sure because we didn't really promote it that way. So we still may have a meet and greet.
Oh,
but
boy. You're letting the people down.
There will be a meet and greet, but this one will be by invite only. But you gotta like, you gotta share, you gotta be subscribed. You need to be on the X page. You need to be on the Instagram page. You need to be on the Facebook page because there will be an invitation. Be ready.
Let's go.
October's gonna be huge, folks. I was thinking, I did send you something, and I posted it on Facebook, and it was posted on Instagram. The Guns and Hoses calendar.
Yeah.
Okay. The pre-order link is up for that on our Instagram. It's also on the X page. Make sure you jump in there. You know, what we're trying to do is we collaborated with this nonprofit, and they're trying to find a cure, obviously, for cancer, and obviously research for the cure for cancer. It's called Wig Out. It's on Facebook at Wig Out Cancer. I'll drop a link. It'll also be in the description of this video. You can click on that link and pre-order well in the calendars. Phenomenal photography by Kimberly Klein and that entire crew with Wig Out. I have a month in the calendar. I was selected for a month in the calendar, which is pretty cool. Our fire guys, Sergeant Monica Lee's got a month. Tim Jackson's got his own spread there. Him and his dog.
With the pooch?
Mako.
Mako.
Mako's the dog.
I was like, what?
All right, Mako. So we really put our best into this. Everybody we could get from the Daytona crew all together in one place, we did. Everybody couldn't make the cut, but guess what? I promise you, some of your favorites are in this calendar. So click on that link in the description down below. Get your pre-order in. Hey, if you get a calendar, come to Daytona, come to the police department, ask for me. I will personally sign your calendar for you. Okay? Pre-order it now. Help us out with our cure for cancer and help out Guns and Hoses. So anyway, Jim, good seeing you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
You stay safe out there.
Folks, we love y'all. A live episode's coming.